Hello, and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Humankind. Um, Continuing that run on, I believe it was Metropolis difficulty from the last stream. We're in about the middle of the early modern era. As far as progressing the next one, we need 2 more stars. We'll get 1 by picking up some tech. We'll get 1 by picking up about 6 workers, 6 population. And we're building, so I suspect we'll get that pretty quickly. At which point we'll be moving on to the next stage. Error-wise, we've got 2 more errors to go, and then we should be able to actually attempt to end the game. Yeah, so we should be well on our way to a victory at this point. I think we've got a pretty decent score lead over the AI. We've already ditched them by an error and a half, so that's not super surprising. Again, as I said, probably at the end of the last stream, we may have made the difficulty a little too low. Is that something to pick up? No. Get down there and merge with those fleets. We're merging a fleet into you, and then probably just putting you on sleep, because... Yep, that works. I think I was going to merge you up with that fleet, so we want to get there to merge that fleet. Oh, there's a boat in the way. That's why we can't go there.
Setting sail.
And then... Oh, I suppose I can merge you up with the other fleet as well. That's what we'll do.
Setting sail.
Thought that was the bottom of this. I need to go over a little bit more. That'll be fine. Otherwise, yeah, we're just going to end a couple turns. I think we pretty much got this in the bag. We're just carrying it home at this point.
All hands to sail. Yes. Make full sail.
I don't want more movement. Next on that. Okay. Turn. We may ask for preparation. Okay. With an independent people. Okay. We don't quite have enough to integrate them. Although that would be, or assimilate them, that would be potentially tempting. That gives us another territory. We've got 40 turns to integrate them. 17 there. Well, I suppose I could just establish treaties with everyone. Use my influence to try to take over the neutrals of the world. We'll see how well that goes. Yep.
A proposal?
You want a cultural change? Sure.
You are as just.
And we got you to come merge up with you, so we'll sell you south. We want you to go north. Let's do long distance order move order so I can stop ordering that around.
Setting sail.
Got a grain star, so we got 1 more star to pick up. We'll pick up a science star in 2 turns. The Wonder might count as a builder star. That's 5 turns out. Although I probably could throw money at it and get it done. Oh no, at least the wonders, at least not that level of money.
Raise the main.
Not yet. Yeah, I think that's all the movements on those. Yeah.
Drop the anchor.
Station you there. The guy moves. A little way to go. And yeah, we'll end the turn. We'll get the era star, and we'll have to make a decision whether we want to tech up or era up or not. Yeah, I want the era stars. Yeah, it's either era up now or maybe go for a builder star. That wouldn't actually be too hard to do, I think, because let's just get one deposit somewhere set up. We've even got deposits to set up, I suppose. Although we might be requiring some technology to set the deposits up. Bastion aids walls. No, share project. No, I guess I can't do any of the Niter setups. That's what we're missing. Looks like the Niter is the resource we know about that we don't have set up. And we don't want to steal population from people. Oh, you've got something to build. Of course it's not considered a district. You could definitely just pick a district. Which isn't market quarter. I'm not sure we got any more market quarters on the ocean though. We could use some stability here, so it wouldn't necessarily be the worst idea to put a commons quarter down. Yeah. Then I can pay money to auto-complete it. I think it's the builder star, so we get an extra star for the era. Celebrate the wonder production for the moment. And then we'll pick our culture to swap into. So I think we'd already sort of worked through here at the end of the last stream. We probably either want it to be like money, industry, or science. After poking through these, I think I worked out that the one we probably want to go with is the French. 10% science on all cities. This may be powerful. Depends on whether it's outbound or inbound trade routes. Okay, let's go science. I'm gonna go French, go science. And then we gotta tell our tech tree what techs to work on. We probably do want to work towards gunpowder, so we can develop that. It'll help us get some builder star stuff going. Yeah, I may have rushed the gunpowder before we had the gunpowder choice before I had the gunpowder. That might have been the wrong way to go about doing that, but we did it. Doesn't mean it was a smart thing to do. And yeah, probably do some backfilling. Like we'll go for the city slot there. We may not need the city slot, but we'll go for it. And then absorb city. And we'll reevaluate where we are. I think techs from older eras count towards the science stars as well, so getting some...
The world gets larger, the cities expand, buildings reach higher, and roads stretch longer. And yet, the world gets smaller as bridges unite lands. Towns congest, and railroads bring distant goods to the doorstep. Anything seems possible in this wondrous future. Though as humankind grows, the planet itself appears to shrink. Born in the great era of Enlightenment revolutions, will the French live up to their best or launch another round of terrors?
Hopefully, we don't need a violent revolution here. Though, things will be built. Many things will be built. New era. With the French, we've reached the industrial era. So 15 techs. That's actually quite a bit of tech to get the next science star. So it's 15 for the science star. That's... Some of these actually might be difficult to do quickly. We're going to kind of passively do the money one. Yeah, see how well that goes. The building one's even quite its way. Good evening, Team RNB. Just got out of the industrial era here, or got out of the early modern era here, and we're now in the industrial era. We got a lot of wonders that complete, and then we're going to basically go run around, probably building the French Special District up everywhere.
A wondrous work indeed. No doubt the neighbors are eyeing you with a great deal of jealousy.
Apparently can ask for grievances. And then you are open to a new treaty, so we'll take trading charters. I'm only allowed one out of the... Or can I take multiple? That's the one out of them, okay.
Tell me what is on your mind.
Oh, we've got some more horses. I can buy. Take those horses. Oh, and more dye.
I know you won't.
Another empire built Stonehenge.
Welcome. What do you
Another
seek?
built Stonehenge. Oh dear. Not really all that here. We had a pretty good lead here.
Oh, it's not worth worrying about.
Okay, I guess we just finished that wonder. We got a lot of idle. Apparently we got more people than jobs here, so that's a good indication that we need to build some jobs. So the expedition hall here is going to provide I believe one scientist job. Will influence adjacent districts and science and research quarters. Okay. You think there's the good idea? Sure. And where's your next suggestion? Over there? And then your suggestion over there. Okay. So I'll provide enough jobs for all the people in the city. I'm going to do the pasture after that. That should also hopefully help with more science. You're recommending over there? That's actually pretty weak looking, but I guess that's what we've got. And then here we'll probably have to do some stability afterwards, because that's going to cost us 30 stability. We don't have 30 stability here to pay, so we'll probably do like a stone ring or some other stability bonus building here. Yeah, let's go ahead and set that like up there. There we go. Yep, though, you do want that at the end of the queue. And then you got enough to just build these everywhere. That's all science. And then, where are you recommending next? Up there? 130? I can see that. Okay. then tech-wise, we're picking up gunpowder, so then we'll have to build out all the gunpowder resources. We may get that actually bought off of us. If the AI ever catches up enough to use it themselves. Public will strong must be respected or assassinate. So I'm gonna go towards order or towards nationalism. Over the years, you've been advised by an interesting motley of counselors, from cryptic spiritualists to straight-talk soldiers, but none of them have captured the imagination of people much like the monks of Earths. Long-haired, common-born mystic. So I can lose the food gain. We can probably tolerate the food gain loss. There's some spilling. Okay. And then I suppose any civics that I've been holding off on picking up would be useful to pick up. Don't really need to pick that up. Yeah, we don't really need army wages, and then not too worried about fundamental values. Although we probably want to go this way on this option, so it's gonna get us. Oh, it's just gonna make it cheaper. It's gonna keep us sticking the same way we are, which
A bit
is
of
fine.
flexibility and freedom is more than worth a bit of risk, right? With 5 research quarters, you're going to run out of questions to answer.
Gotta run out of questions with cancer, it says. Are you sure about that? Thebes has a food problem. Why does Thebes have a food problem? Because it doesn't make enough food. Okay, well, there's not much we can do about that right now. Which means we're probably going to lose another prop. Again, not much we can do about it. It's not really a problem per se. Major problem per se. I was losing the next population. That's because we lost the 5% food bonus, I think. So we were bigger than the food could support. Now it's at least food positive. I guess the expedition holes don't give us a researcher slot. Counts as a research quarter, but doesn't actually have a researcher job on it. Okay. Yeah, so you provide a job slot. You do not. Okay. Nope, this must be the same thing. Irk. Theologic knowledge brings us close to the divine, but can also lead to modesty and piety. So there's some city camp going. Okay, and it's back to food positive again, so we don't need to worry too much more about that. Scientific facts. Compatibilism, +1, presents science on holy sites, or faith per state religion tenant on research quarter. We probably do want to go left side, yeah. Move heavily towards the, well, compatibilism is tradition. Okay. So faith on territory versus... Oh, both move us left. Okay, so... Oh, actually, no, you're moving us center, so we're going to lose the faith on territory and gain a bunch of stability. Sure.
Indeed, there is a difference between inspiration and investigation.
Come, let us share our dreams.
Okay, I'm not too worried about fighting them. Maybe we should go around and check to see if I've got upgrades for the armies. And I do. Oops. That's the one I had. Once I have gunpowder. Okay, I gotta get some gunpowder set up. That shouldn't be too hard to do. Let's... Go to the capital, right? Yeah. Alright, that should be enough gunpowder for Russia that we don't need to be too worried. Gave us enough gunpowder so we can come around and say, hey, you can upgrade to modern troops. Yeah. Just like I don't have an upgrade for the elephants, but hopefully that's not too much of a problem. I don't have an upgrade for the heavy horseman either, or regular horseman either. No, I guess I did need that 5% food to keep everyone around. Okay, we're obviously not gonna be picking up a grain star easily this area. So it's probably gonna be builder, merchant, science. Write some science. Lost too much? Okay, treaty wasn't cancelled. Apparently we were able to probably do the last row and we can't anymore because other people invested enough in it. We could solve that easily enough. Just throw money at the problem. Problems. Okay. And apparently I need to put some more text in the slots. Okay. So I think we're gonna... Oh, that's a good question. Do I want to back up the text? It doesn't make sense for this one food, because we're having food problems recently. So that's probably our cavalry upgrade, okay. Or at least the next cavalry upgrade. +1 stability per researcher, okay, that's gonna help with stability a little bit. Probably pass on that. Same with the Carracks, we've actually found more from exploration than we probably need. University's tempting. Yep, so we can do that as the 4th tech. Probably want that at some point, but maybe not unless I rush. And then I think we want to go for... We're currently in the 5th era, so it probably actually makes sense to try to get some of the resources from the 5th era, like the coal and the oil. Well, the 5th era is a pretty big area, that's probably why there's so much science in it. Okay, that's the next tech, next 10 tech sort of selected for us, trying to pick up those resources. Now we're getting some population growth. Feudalism research, so there's more food production on people, okay. And cities are building stuff, right? Yeah. Although maybe in some cases not very long, but...
As feudal structures prove practical for both farming and warfare, certain codes and practices arise that, ideally, ensure a fair and honourable society.
We're in the modern era. We're just backfilling some of the text, apparently, is what we're doing right now. Okay, so that's gonna allow us to upgrade some of our troops. So, yeah, that's the upgrade for the elephants. Just modernizing the army here a bit. Oh, so that was all the gunpowder here. Okay, let's influence on Plaza. Let's do the science ones first. Plaza. Don't really need the access to horse, but we'll take it. Bastion and there we go. And at this point, our cities are big enough. They're basically full. Move one over to food here to get them to be a little bit more productive there.
A colossus rears its head, both figuratively and literally. Another empire has built the Colossus of Rhodes.
Out-of-date wonders, yeah. I can assimilate you. Yeah, let's do that. A new city for us. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to build, okay. We'll build the Gimbalmatic District. And this is a pretty exposed location, so let's... Actually, let's can the district for a while, so I can quickly buy all the stuff that makes sense to buy. So, vision range, if that gets involved, the wall upgrade, the wall upgrade, the industry stuff. Some of this is maybe not super productive, because I'm just kind of doing like, it's industry, so buy it. And then we're in a science age, so there's science culture, so grabbing the science stuff's not a bad idea. In fact, actually, it looks like I just buy all of these pretty easily. Power for walking in with a pile of money. There we go. Okay, so you can use some more jobs, and you could use some of these buildings built up. So let's build the buildings first. I'm going to resist the urge to build these, because otherwise I'm just going to be constantly annoyed by cities that don't have anything to do. Cultural blessing. Monoculturalism, so influence administrative centers and main plazas. Created by independent people. I'm not actually sure which of those affects this one. It's gonna give me a better breakdown. Come in here. No, it isn't really going to. So we can get stability, or we can go back towards food. I'm a little low on influence, but we'll hold off on that one. just showing me what the requirement was to pick it up now that I have it. There's alchemy, so there's some more stability for science and stuff.
Knowledge, in a form that is codified and searchable, has become available to all. This is no small gift.
And of course, that didn't take very long to build. Maybe shouldn't have surprised me. We're stable. We got more stuff to build, I suppose, actually, now that we got that done, so... Okay. Very rapidly working towards our first money star, because we're quite rich. Getting a decent start on the builder. Illuminate. Install the street lamps across the city. Sure. We got the money, so we're not worried about illuminating the city.
The written word was previously available to a small, often wealthy elite. Now, knowledge and propaganda can be distributed to the masses.
Here we go. Advancements in metallurgy and metalworking allow the creation of rapidly replaceable typefaces. More science,
Mass
yes.
dissemination. But will it be of information or of propaganda?
And we completed our first star, which was not a science star. In fact, it was just piles of money.
Sovereign, how can I help you?
I can see the bigger...
Don't need to
Friend,
post stuff on my
I
subject.
trust you are well.
Friend,
Oh, it's not worth worrying about.
They got some silk to buy. Artistic expression. Stability loss. So I can censor, or I can just accept free art. We'll probably actually go the free art option here. Let art be free.
If art is to speak and show the truth, you can't gag and bind it.
I think it's this one I've got emblematic districts to build in, queue up in. So we'll see when that one comes back up. In fact, I can queue them up while we're thinking about it. Let's not overwrite the existing one, please, guys. Quarter. It's better there. Nope, I need a little bit on food, otherwise we're not food positive. But that should work. Someone's buying some of our stuff. So we gotta get 60% to integrate in these guys. So we're trying. We're trying what we can. Encyclopedia. President. Labor Charter. Prevents population from consumed in order to complete construction instantly now. Okay. An academy, which is going to require more gunpowder. But we get more science for the research districts. Okay. Irreligion. Secularism, so we can get bonus to future fame gains. I have money on religious district. Lose the ability to enforce state religion stuff. I think we might just not pick an option on that. We don't need to. At least not yet. Okay, we got an Isle City here. Of course, we got more science stuff to do, so that's what we'll do up. All those places are not the best for science production. Claim a new wonder. Okay. So from our current era, we're in era 5. They actually got up to era 4? Yeah, the one that's been claiming from an era 4 is in era 4. Okay. Industry and harbor, so that would be tempting because we've got a decent amount of harbors. Money and science for territories in our sphere of influence, okay. Industry producing research quarter. Industry for more population, okay. I'm gonna lean towards picking up the Statue of Liberty here. Can be built on any coastal location. Okay. Let's go through our cities and figure out which one has the lowest stability. So that city's an option. That brings it to 100 there. And that's also a decent option. We've got a decent coastal city location. Probably lop it down. You know, actually on the coast. Okay. So you'd actually recommend over there, which wouldn't be the worst of ideas. Okay. Here we go. Oh, there's another building there we can buy. Presumably required one of the ones we just researched as prerequisite. Yeah, okay. Okay, got that saltpeter set up. We got science going. Let's cycle forward. Most of the grievances are our culture is so powerful that we just are the culture. We're the world culture. So we're getting the you're oppressing our people modifiers, which doesn't actually really need to be a reason I go to war. It's a reason I could go to war, not a reason I need to go to war.
Their city becomes famously green, while everyone else is green with envy.
Starving its population decrease soon. Okay. Okay, we hit 60 with one of the guys, so we can go ahead and make them one of our country. Scored us another era star. Got us another place where we don't have everything built. Okay, showing off our wealth there a little bit, but it's buying all the stuff. And then when you're done the exhibition hall, go help on the Statue of Liberty. Press freedom. I don't even need to make a choice there. At least not yet. So we picked up an expansion star from integrating those territories. We're coming up quickly on another money star. The tech one honestly would be pretty quick as well, I think, because we're speeding up the tech as we're going.
Death from
Thebes.
starvation. It seems that these are the times that try a people's dietary habits.
Okay, where do you recommend I put farm down? There, 17. Okay. Excuse me, when I just fix the food problem.
"15 research quarters. Soon there are going to be more libraries than houses."
If only, if only. Reduce pollution, so we have that turned off, so it's not really a thing I need to worry about. I think this is on the way to one of our techs. We're at the point where we're making the dash now for coal. Yeah. That was the prerequisite for coal, so we're picking up the prerequisite for coal, and then the next dash is down to oil. Not immediately sure what we're gonna use the coal on. Coal plant, obviously. Coal plant, obviously. Yeah, that makes sense. No, wait, coal. Oh, coal's on here twice. Wait, that's dedicate plant for producing electricity from the burning of coal. Okay, I'm not sure. So if I put you on a deposit, I get 10 of each. Where is... If we put you on a deposit, I presumably have coal to do stuff I need coal with. Okay, so I'm not sure which one of those is the one we actually want to place on everything, but... Or maybe they both do what I think they do. I think coal energy level 4 max. 5 industry per coal. Okay. Citizenship. Universal citizenship or select citizenship. Probably universal citizenship. We're gonna make a pick here. This heavily moves us towards geopolitical, which is food instead of stability.
It seems logical that citizenship starts with where you live and pay taxes.
Yeah, yeah.
It is pleasing to see you, friend.
A mere...
Well met. Well met.
Picked up a grain star. Presumably because the city's growing. Grab the science stuff. Stability for researcher isn't going to be bad. Sure. that a new city? Looks like a new city. Establish contact. Begin to wine and dine them into our empire. Going from the Mongols to the Caribbean pilots. Okay. And they only just got the era 4 too. Yeah, we're a whole era behind the closest to us. In the land of the blind, blindness has always afflicted a small fraction of the population of Earth, but in the overcrowded slums of Tikal, a smallpox outbreak have left many without their sight. Now, a professor from the city's university believes he can help these people be more comfortable despite their disability by founding a school for the blind. Some are afraid the school might spread the disease too, but the story will inspire too, so we can move towards that, or we can move towards communalism if we just refuse. Okay.
Lightning
Pick another
in a
tech.
bottle. This new power will impact every aspect of society, from public safety to industrial production. Change is coming.
Electricity. And we're the first to discover electricity. So we got 1 deposit of coal, 2 deposit of coal. 3, 4, 5? Okay. So right now we only have... the ability... set up coal power plants, but granted that's actually not showing in the list here. So I probably do need the other one, which is the one we're researching right now, which is the steam engine to get access to coal. Okay. We'll have that in 3 turns. And our
Tell
problem
me your
here.
concerns, friend.
Okay, we have 60% of the stuff there, but not enough yet to make you a subject. Only have 42% there, so we'll have to spend a little bit more. We may be growing relative to everyone else. Not necessarily easy to see. Nope, not a new... No, that's encampment. Okay. Got another merchant star complete. That's 2 of the 3 merchant stars. I can pick it up 1 more time. 4 more techs will pick up the science star. And then we're 1 construction off of the builder star, which will presumably pick up pretty quickly once we have the ability to build coal mines. There's the steam engine, so now we can actually build the coal mines. And train stations. Oh, that's not your territory, this is your territory. And we get the builder star from that, okay. Okay, and the other thing just applies directly to it, so if you've got a coal mine, it gets plus 10 of a resource, okay. So we're went into a science era to get a bunch of science, but we're probably not going to get very much science before we era up. Just because we're gonna finish the stuff too quickly. Slapstick Boulevard, Opera Plaza, or Red Light District. Give us more money. That would lock us more in on the thing we already are. That would move us back the other direction. Overproductive, learning, or prosperous. Let's trade some stability for more income. Here's the propeller. It's giving us more stuff to build.
You have spread your culture throughout the entire world, achieving silently and subtly what armies and diplomats could not.
Yeah, that might be the difficulty. Definitely on higher difficulties I've had more issues with culture spreading in the past, so that doesn't surprise me. From the English to the Dutch. Oh, the person in last place. Okay, so the only emblematic districts will be done next turn, I think. Didn't army revealed, which probably isn't a problem. Because again, we have an alliance with everyone, so. Yeah, we've Twitch chat saying, so you spread your religion culture to all the world. Yes, we did religion a couple parts to go, so that was in the last stream. And now it's officially the cultures everywhere as well. Is there anything else that could be spread? I suppose we could spread the actual dominion, but that's probably not worth the effort. Intelligence. We can try and acquire some more intelligence on people, I suppose. And then quite complex international trade going on there. Okay, you need something to build, but we got stuff apparently to build. That shouldn't be an issue. Science and researchers and more researcher slots. Science, science. More food won't hurt. Actually, let's push the coal plant to the beginning. In 8 turns, we'll have more industry. And that'll get better the more coal we have to shovel into the plants themselves. So that is oil, although we don't necessarily have any good things to use oil on yet. So we can't go into 6 yet. Solution, fighters. I'm gonna guess most of the oil requirements are actually in the next era. Maybe, or it's gonna be mostly units or something. Unless economy. So I could go for that city cap. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Grab the city cap. Get back to a lot of the cheaper stuff in the older eras. Unless there's something I want to push for in the current era. Probably need to be another troop. I think that's the cavalry upgrade. We actually wanted to get our... Well, that's actually almost certainly our cavalry upgrade there. It's the line infantry, is the cavalry there. Microbiology. Yeah, so probably do line formation after we're done with urban planning. "1,500 watery graves. Disaster. The beautiful new pasture liner, the glory of Memphis, has sunk in its maiden voyage. Of over 2,000 souls on board, it estimated that almost 3/4 have lost their lives as the ship slipped beneath the waves. Many blame the lack of lifeboats." We don't need don't need our interference, surely. They totally do, but we're favoring the moneyed interests because we want money. Okay, we'll pick you up in 3 turns. We're actually picking a decent amount of influence as well.
Tell me your concerns, friend.
Unfortunately, this time you are merely a bystander to someone else's glory.
Isn't that someone else just built a wonder? Urban planning, that gives another city option. And he gives the Air Star, so we could go ahead and end. Oh, actually, we got 2 done there. I don't actually look at the choices. So we picked up the 3rd Merchant Star. We picked up the Science Star. Could just move straight into the next era, and I think we might just do that. And not wait. We're like 5 more people for that. That'll rise a little bit if we go into the next era. Same with the Static Star. Okay. Is there anything else we want to do before we decide on the culture? Children's rights. Children education, children employment. Children education. So we're going to go for religious, very heavily religious to, yeah, no, we're totally social. Give us all the science points.
The long-term strategy seems to be smarter if it's built on lifting everyone up.
Okay, so we were the French, so we could continue to be the French and get a fame bonus on the next era and 5% more science. Or we can go for one of the other people, like the Austrians, which would be an industry focus. The Brazilians, which would be a food focus. Chinese, which is money. The modern Egyptians, instead of the ancient Egyptians we were previously, which is archaeological dig and influence. Indians, which is influence and money on territory. Japanese, minus 20% on all technology costs when researching. Okay. So that's definitely a science-focused one, even though the thing is a industry-science combo. Which isn't a bad thing if it's comboed. More science here with the Swedes. Possibly, yeah. Probably gonna go continue to stick to science. I do want to finish this. The last era? Yeah, I think this is the last era. I think we're probably gonna stick to trying to do science here. And the Soviets are kind of the military-focused one with the decreased cost and combat power on units. Although we got a couple different choices for science here. We could do Swedes, which would be a little bit more purely science-focused. Science per district on all cities, 3 science on all the research districts. I think that's science. There's actually 4 in the districts. Science districts. Science research districts. And then they have a specialty research district. Or can go Japanese, which is minus 20% tech cost on all technology, which will help us get a lot of them really back to back to back to back. A little bit weaker of a raw science output, but it's also got some industry in case we need to build some stuff with those districts. I think it's going to be between those two. Yeah, I'm going to go contemporary Japanese here. The reduced tech cost.
The human mind, creative, imaginative, and ingenious at turning every single human invention to its most violent end. We pray or hope, looking forward to a future which, with luck, will be counted in millennia, not in months. Knowledge and technology form the backbone of the culture. But where would the world be without sushi and manga?
Where would the world be without sushi and manga? That's a statement. And, well, apparently those walls I had are apparently obsolete because they're being removed. So yeah, science-focused. 11 technologies with kinetic science star. And right now the game ends in infinite. Interesting. I think the game I forget what the ending rules are. There's a couple different ways to end it early. I know. It's been a while since I've tried to end it early. Loading at the time, this is probably a good place to put a part break in. So if you're watching on YouTube, there'll be a part up next time, which will be tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, we'll be picking up after a short break. Twitch chat saying industry and science is nice, so you can see that Japan being good. Plus, I think you said all science was... yeah, the cost of all the science was reduced 20%. Was their culture bonus. Go hover over it. That's 20% technology cost when researching. So hopefully that'll allow us to sort of crank out our science stars here real quick. Yeah, so we haven't been told when the game's going to end. I don't think it's going to last infinity, but I suspect the reason it is saying infinity is this. Like, I think it maybe might require that everyone gets to the final era before it starts ticking down. Not 100% sure on that. I'll check over the break. So if you're watching on YouTube, again, they'll be put up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, we'll take a short break so I can sip a little bit of tea and stretch my legs, and then we'll get to recording the next part. Which may be, if I can figure out how to end the game fairly quickly, fairly short. So with that, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Until next time, bye for now.